Let's discuss this news now with Allan Lichtman. He's, of course, history professor at American University, and he has correctly predicted 9 out of 10 of the last presidential elections. So perhaps let's just start out. I know the last time you and I spoke, you had told me that if the Democrats went with Kamala Harris, it almost, I think you said, guarantees a Trump victory on November 5th. Is that still the case?
No, I don't think I said anything about a guarantee. I don't use that language. I think you're putting words in my mouth.
If someone like a Kamala Harris were to become the nominee, are you saying that based off of your keys that increases the chances of a Donald Trump presidency?
Based on my keys, that almost guarantees a Donald Trump victory.
And I would say 10 of 10 of the last elections, because as I proved in my report to the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, and as was confirmed by a study by Cornell University professor Walter Lichtman, Al Gore should have won Florida going away and the presidency. What I said was that if Biden steps down and they have a big party brawl, that would make it very difficult for the Democrats to win, because since 1900, the White House party has not won when you have an open seat and a party brawl. But we have a potentially different situation right now, and that is the Democrats can avoid a party brawl and just have an open seat. History shows there's a mixed record with that, although it's a small sample. For example, the White House party under those circumstances won in 1928 and 1988. Also, on my 13 keys to the White House system, which has been right since 1984, 6 keys would have to fall against the White House party to predict their defeat. If they lost both the incumbency and the contest key, that would add an additional 2 negative keys and make it difficult for the Democrats to win. But if they salvage the contest key by having the Democrats finally grow a spine and get smart and unite behind Harris, they would only lose 1 key and be in a much better position to win. I intend to make my final prediction after the Democratic convention in August.
I do want to ask you, because, of course, you've been mentioning a lot about that contest key, and a lot of people are talking about what happened in 2016 when a lot of Hillary Clinton supporters, or rather a lot of Democratic supporters who voted for Bernie Sanders, ended up voting for the likes of Jill Stein because they didn't want to support Hillary Clinton. Is there any risk of kind of, people wanting to get revenge, so to speak, in this instance, and as a result not vote for Kamala Harris?
I don't think so. It's a very different context this time than it was in 2016. But folks like the editorial board of the Washington Post, who have no track record in predicting elections, are very foolishly suggesting the Democrats should have a party brawl, which will lead to exactly the same situation in 2016 that led to the election of Donald Trump in the first place, an open seat and a party brawl. That would be the gravest mistake that the Democrats could possibly make. It goes against my prediction system, it goes against the verdict of history, and is being pushed by those who have no record of predicting elections and yet claim they know what the Democrats should do to be predicted winners. Moreover, history also shows the Democrats, when they have a contest, have been terrible at predicting electable candidates like Hillary Clinton or John Kerry or Mike Dukakis.
And just lastly here, before we conclude, because, of course, former President Trump, he says that he believes it will be easier to beat Kamala Harris than it was to beat someone like Joe Biden. Do you think he should find comfort in saying that, or is that a lie from your perspective?
Well, I don't know if it's an outright lie, but Donald Trump is notorious for lying. He lied his way through the debate, one lie for every 1 minute to 20 to 30 seconds of speaking time. So you can never, ever take anything that Donald Trump says at face value. If it's of any importance, it typically is a lie. And of course, he's going to say that. That's just a self-serving statement by the opposition candidate. What do you think he's going to say? Oh my gosh, I don't think we can beat Kamala Harris. Of course, he's going to claim it's an easy victory for him, but it has no value whatsoever as a political prediction, of course.
All right, we will leave it there. Allan Lichtman, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Take care.
That is Allan Lichtman, professor of history at American University. We'll be right back.